All right. Well, meme of the week.
Oh, I do love this.
When you turn 100 and can't play with Legos anymore. That is a sad day. It's a truly sad day.
Her little face.
No. So we wanted to share 10 of Adultitis fighters we were inspired by that we shared over the course of the 99 shows. Of course, there are way too many to mention, but these are some of the ones that stood out. Kristen and her family, this was in the early days of the pandemic.
Every Saturday night, they would have a themed dinner party. The whole, staying inside, safe. What was that term? Safe.
Shelter
in place.
Like that.
Yeah. So they would shelter in place and have themed nights, everything from Olympics to 80s, 90s. It was so cool.
Yeah, it was. So they did the 80s night, they did the 60s.
Yep.
They did
yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, one of your favorites, the Olympics there, and the dog is like
I love the dog in that one. I know, it's so good.
Mike Koval is a former police chief, and we had told the story about how when he retired, he became a water slide guardian, and someone reported how great he was with the kids, and what a cool,
like, what do I want to do
next stage of an adventure, right?
Right.
So that was
no rocking chair for Pete,
for
Mike.
Yeah. Then Jen was an Adultitis Fighter of the Month a month or two ago. One of the reasons for that is she organized Tutu Tuesday.
What was that again?
Tutu Tuesday.
Oh yeah, Tutu Tuesday.
Yeah. Some of her team members in their tutus. So of course, being able to spread whimsy and wonder and fighting adultitis is not a team sport. Or is a team sport.
Yes.
So being able to incorporate other people into the adventures is always something we.
I love a different variety of tutus. Also, right.
What else? Oh, then there's Kirsty, right? Remember this one? Sweet. She would have to go for treatments for her cancer. Get chemo, I believe.
Well, it's like immunotherapy.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And so she, instead of she turned it into something to look forward to, didn't she?
Oh my goodness. Her and her husband, literally every time they would go, they would dress up in a different, kind of themed costumes.
Yeah, together.
So obviously you got your, animals. But they did everything from knights and I'm not even sure what's going on here. I think this is from
Game of Thrones.
Okay,
perhaps.
I know. There's certain.
I'm not sure, but they had quite a.
How many? I don't even know. I don't even know how
lot.
many. I know.
But again, here's someone going through a terrible thing and is bringing joy to other people.
Yes.
Like the nurses and the people on staff would talk about how they would look forward to it. And their days were brightened. So that was pretty
amazing.
Bad. This is old school. Remember this one from Carol?
Yes, Carol. So early pandemic, she started leaving rocks around for her neighbors to find, and she started with that little snake head, and I think she kind of started with the first few, but then people started leaving their own, and it became like this community art project where spontaneous, miscellaneous, anonymous art project. How cool is that, you guys?
Yep. Then there's Kristen, who works at a place that has a very I'm not going to say adultitis because it's there's safety protocols.
Right.
There's
they
have to run a pretty tight ship because of the regulations. But she transformed her office into an oasis, and her bulletin board has all kinds of fun things on it, so that her fellow coworkers, when they need a little break, when they need a pick me up, they can come stop by, visit her, get a little boost.
It's like a little adultitis free zone.
Yes.
Right.
So we love that because not everyone can work in a place where you get to ride unicycles to work, and people have real jobs with real responsibilities. So
thank goodness people do. Right.
How do you incorporate that into those environments? What else? Maddie shared this a while ago. They had a missing cow, so they were inspired by our Hide Marty game, and they had a random cow, and they put up missing cow signs because it had been a while since he'd been
And then
around.
you kind of keep an eye out, right? Cowie.
Yeah, Cowie. My favorite part is the little disclaimer says reward. Literally nothing.
You know what I love about that? They're not taking themselves too seriously. I mean, the whole flyer premise, it proves it, but put that just like as the cherry on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Awesome.
What else we got? Oh, Donna shared this with
This
us.
is
She
cool.
and her husband use the Celebrate Everything calendar, which has a holiday for every day. So a lot of people love the holiday and they use it to celebrate any particular day. But one of the things they started to do was write down kind of the cool, off the cuff, spontaneous, unplanned things that they did in a current day. So not the stuff that like the vacation or the
we went
birthday
to
party.
Disney World.
Yeah, it was the stuff that just kind of came about. And so they would write that down and turned their calendar into sort of a time capsule. So when the year is up, they can look back at all of those small moments, which in many ways are the most treasured. Those little unplanned moments and memories are the greatest. So I love that use of this calendar.
It makes it so doable.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, you don't have to write out a big freaking journal entry every single day. Just jot down a little detail what you did, and the memories will come flooding back.
Cool.
Speaking of calendars, then Carolyn took hers to another level. This is next level stuff, because she basically illuminates her calendar. Remember those, like in old days in the medieval times, they would illuminate manuscripts and they would hand illustrate the Bible and things like that. And she kind of
basically did that. And several of these are kind of themed with like some Let's Draw stuff that Jason had been doing, or themed with the day. I think Hot Cocoa Day is on there, if I'm remembering right. So it's just really neat to see her creative take each day. And I've heard her talk about this. She's like, it was just a fun little challenge. Yeah. Like, didn't spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
Although, by the way, she's super cool artist. You know? No big deal. I mean,
hello, Amy. By the way, Amy's here. She said, "You don't even know how happy the email made me because I can never attend your live shows." So, yeah, 2:00 in the afternoon is not usually prime time.
By the way, we didn't even tell Jenna and Rachel, who work with us, that we were going live. So if you think like you're watching this a replay and like, I missed it, it's like, yeah, we just did this. So no bigs.
Glad you could join us for the live portion of this. What else? I'm not remember how many more.
Oh my gosh, this one is good. Okay, so we have these little eat dessert first cards we've been passing around to Wonder Whimsy members. Elle took it to a new level. She put the little eat dessert first card on a coworker's desk with treats. I think this part was like a part B, because she did it with treats and then didn't put her name on it. It was just kind of like this, and then got to see the surprise of her coworker being like, "What? I get to eat a donut?" Yeah. But this picture is actually from the next day when that same coworker did it to someone else, which I think is even more important, because the ripple effect of fighting adultitis is powerful. And we can forget how much power we have in that we can start a ripple that can keep going and going and going, especially if you just say, "P.S. pass it on." Watch out.
Yeah. As you can see, there's a little theme here of what we're highlighting, where regular everyday people doing small things that end up, like you said, creating a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Here's another one she did later, putting the we can lick this. This was early on in the pandemic when the school year was just about to start.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. And Angie was another one that we shared. She makes these custom trophies, taking various toys and knickknacks, glues them together, and then spray paints them gold or silver or bronze.
Maybe Angie can make us a tree trophy for winning the most destructive yard award.
That would be great.
That would be awesome. Yeah. This is hard to imagine that this is like not something she bought.
Right. That's the key. That gold paint just kind of pulls it all together. Mm-hmm. And I think this might be the last one. Helen, remember Helen Mail?
Okay, so Helen receives joy by sending people mail. So she took it to a new level, where she was decorating her envelopes. She was, finding some little things that around the house and sticking them in there. And she would do this just to bring herself joy and just kind of be that surprise for someone. And we actually received Helen mail during the pandemic. And I will tell you, I think it was, this is it. I will tell you that we were just elated with all these little fun little things she put in there. It was just a stamp, you guys. Like it literally was just a stamp. And I don't even know if it was just like a little handwritten note and all this joy.
Little tidbits of joy.
Yep.
Is what I would say. So,
So
that's
cool.
the end of that. That was our, I think there was actually 11 people there.